Good morning, everyone. Honorable Vice Chancellor, respected academic heads, distinguished guest speakers, and my dear students. Assalamu alaikum and a warm welcome to the orientation program of Summer 2022 of BRAC University. We are delighted to have amongst us Professor Vincent Chang, the Vice Chancellor, to welcome our freshers in their journey at BRAC University. We will begin today's program with the national anthem of Bangladesh, performed by the members of the BRAC University Cultural Club. I request everyone to stand up for the national anthem.
আমার সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ চিরদিন তোমার আকাশ তোমার বাতাস আমার প্রাণে সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি ও মা ফাগুনে তোর আমের বনে গ্রানে পাগল করে মধুর হাসি সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি কি শোভা কি ছায়া গো কি স্নেহ কি মায়া গো কি আঁচল বিছায়েছো বটের মূলে নদীর কুলে কুলে তোর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো হায় রে মা তোর মুখের বাণী আমার কানে লাগে সুধার মতো তোর বদন খানি মলিন হলে আমি নয়ন ও মায় আমি নয়ন জলে হাসি সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি আমার সোনার বাংলা আমি তোমায় ভালোবাসি
Thank you, everyone. With the vision of creating leaders who will not only achieve personal successes, but also make a valuable contribution to society, Sir Fazle Hassan Abed KCMG established BRAC University in 2001. Sir Abed dreamt of an institution which will provide highest quality teaching in the region. Dear students and distinguished guests, we will now watch a visual of the founder of BRAC University, Sir Fazle Hassan Abed KCMG.
When knowledge is extended, the will becomes sincere. When the will is sincere, the mind is correct. When the mind is correct, the self is cultivated. When the self is cultivated, the clan is harmonized. When the clan is harmonized, the country is well governed. When the country is well governed, there will be peace throughout the land.
Sir Fazli Hasan Abid believed in the power of innovation, potential, and community to bring in sustainable change. His vision for a vibrant, inclusive learning space for the next generation paved the way for BRAC University to where it stands today. Sir Abid's legacy is fueled by that of tremendous grit. The global recognition given to him merely reflects the surface of this legacy.
Now I invite to the stage the laureate of 2011 Wise Prize for Education, Sir Fazli Hasan Abid, founder and chairperson of BRAC.
Education is the most powerful tool, and it is the most important catalyst for change.
At the core of Sir Abid's philosophy was a fundamental belief that education has to be creative, holistic, and standing at the threshold of wider and newer arenas.
Students are given opportunities to learn from and the dynamics of people's lives. So you need to give them an experience. So that's what we are trying to do.
Education needs to be humanistic, creating values which would lead to the greater good. The university would provide for a dynamic space stimulating imagination, dialogue, and innovation.
I had many conversations with Abid Bhai regarding the new campus building. That the building should promote interactive learning. It must be a world-class building. And most important, he said, it should be a building that the students are proud of.
This unique approach to tertiary education is reflected in the envisioned new campus of BRAC University, where solutions to national problems would be sought with an embedded globalized lens. BRAC University family is proud to carry Sir Abid's legacy forward, inspiring excellence nationally and globally.
BRAC University community is indebted to Sir Abid for conceptualizing BRAC University, opening doors for thousands in their careers and lives. At this point, I would like to request Dr. David Dowland, Registrar BRAC University, to welcome the freshers. Prior to joining BRAC University, Dr. Dowland was the Registrar and Chief Operating Officer at the Asian University for Women. He previously served in senior positions in higher education institutions of the United Kingdom. He is a graduate of Oxford University and King's College, London, with a research interest in history of higher education. He has been active for many years in the wider higher education sector globally with interests in strategic development, student support, and staff development. Requesting Dr. Dowland to deliver his speech.
Honored Vice-Chancellor, students, colleagues, everyone from the BRAC University community, Assalamu alaikum and good morning. Oh, thank you. This is such a special event for us and a very warm welcome to you new students. And it's particularly special because it's the first time we've been able to meet in person with our new students in nearly 2 years following the pandemic. We're grateful to the Army for hosting us here in the Golf Club. And we're also delighted that students, senior students, are on hand here to welcome you new students, students welcoming students. That's the heart of this event. This is a time of anniversaries. We're approaching the 21st birthday of BRAC University. In June 2001, His Excellency, the President of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, joined our founder, Sir Fazli Hassan Abed, to launch the university. And also this year is the 50th birthday of the vast BRAC movement, which encompasses perhaps the largest NGO in the world. You've already heard in the film something of the scale of the ambition and the social and educational ideals of our world-famous founder, Sir Fazli Hassan Abed. Quite simply, he had deep faith in the value of universities. He was fascinated that, like religious institutions, they were among some of the few institutions in the world that could last centuries. And he wanted to create a university for Bangladesh that would educate talented students to lead the country and the wider region of South Asia. And that's why you're here now. This has always been an institution with global reach. The links with BRAC connect the university into the most pressing world challenges, which will affect you throughout your lives and which you will work on, no doubt, during your careers. The university has a growing number of partnerships with international universities. Just a couple of weeks ago, the new US ambassador visited BRAC University to celebrate the return of the famous Fulbright Scholarship Program to Bangladesh and to mark the start of a special partnership with BRAC University. And a special welcome if you're coming to study here from another country. There are now students from some 29 countries here, and they enrich our community. Our university wants to be broad, forward-looking, to offer a broad and deep education, to help students develop the skills, the creativity, and the resourcefulness to operate effectively through massive social change. What's often called a fourth industrial revolution. Now even there's talk of a fifth industrial revolution. You're likely to find yourselves working, competing, and collaborating with people all over the world. And we're talking to the government as well about how we can increase our contribution to build the prosperity of the nation and indeed the wider region of South Asia. One of the main messages right now is that there are many people who are here to help you and who are committed to your success, the faculty and the support services. Most of you undergraduates have already met the academic advice and library teams in recent days, and they, in the academic advice team, will support you on your journey through the first year. You have the registry, the departmental administrators and advisors who will work together to enable your progression through the university. Student life is being built up as a resource to support you outside the classroom. And there are many clubs and societies. Actually, most of them are waiting just through those doors to meet you at the end of this session. So many opportunities in a university now of over 14,000 students. We're actually bigger than we were before the pandemic started. And many students are very active. We celebrate the multiple international successes of the Robotics Club. They were meeting the EU ambassador just last week, preparing to join in a competition in Europe, and you'll see more of their work a little bit later on. Social sciences postgraduates won the famous Cambridge University InterVarsity Debating Competition, competing with students from over 150 leading universities around the world. That really was a formidable achievement. And other students have won United Nations Millennium Fellowships in recognition of their early achievements and promise as young leaders working on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. These students have won headlines for us, and we're grateful. But you don't need to win headlines just to make the best use of the opportunities available to you here in the university. Students are taking part in sport, business development, cultural activities, adventure, and many are using their skills in voluntary service, and we would encourage you to do that because you can help so many other people with your talents. The Vice-Chancellor is launching an opportunity for everyone to take part during the residential semester in the famous Duke of Edinburgh's award scheme, with opportunities for leadership development. All that activity is part of the university's drive to promote among students innovation, entrepreneurship, versatility, imagination, resourcefulness, stamina, teamwork, and both hard and soft skills. So please throw yourselves into what the university has to offer, and you may be surprised at the benefits that you gain from the experience. Eventually, we shall move to a fine new campus in Hattergill. If you go to Hattergill, to Merrill-Bardy, you'll see this enormous building rising into the sky as it nears completion. It's going to be a magnificent space for our community, a resource for the whole mega city of Dhaka, and a very environmentally sensitive building. And we're going to see a short film about it in a few moments. So finally, please ask if you need help or guidance at any time. And very good wishes for your first semester here at BRAC University. Thank you very much. Thank you.
student, what was that? Any idea? The new campus where BRAC University will be. It's in the Madhya Badda area, and we hope everyone will be joining there soon, next year. Okay, hold it for now. BRAC University's general education program provides a common education foundation to all students before they take courses specific to their major and minor fields of study. The program promotes the core aims of the liberal arts curricula. Today, we are glad to have Dr. Samia Haq, Dean, School of General Education, amongst us. She's an anthropologist and also a professor at the Department of Economics and Social Science at BRAC University, holding a doctorate degree from Brandeis University, USA. Under her leadership, the general education curriculum of BRAC University was revised up to global standards. Requesting Dr. Samia Haq to deliver her speech.
Dear students, Honorable Vice Chancellor, esteemed colleagues, a very warm welcome to the orientation for summer 22. And a very special welcome for, as the registrar, Dr. Dave Dowland, has already mentioned, well, first of all, before that, this is the first in-person orientation since the pandemic. And we're very excited to be hosting this. It's been a difficult 2.5 years, and it's nice to see everybody's faces, feel the excitement, feel the exuberance, and a very special welcome for that. We're also in the midst of birthdays and celebrations, as the registrar has just mentioned. We've just celebrated 20 years of BRAC University, 50 years of BRAC, and 50 years of Bangladesh, right? So it's the beginning of a very exciting time in your life. Your world, as you have thus far known it, will change, both personally as well as all of the collective dividends that you reap as you enter BRAC University. So you are truly entering a world of both new challenges, but also of great opportunities. At BRAC-U, under the guidance of our Vice Chancellor, Dr. Vincent Chang's iteration of BRAC University 2.0, we would like to prepare you to face some of those challenges and embrace the opportunities. So, what do the next 4 years mean for you? Coming to university, making new friends, lots of fun, lots of changes, new areas to discover, absolutely. So as you enter university and we offer you a total package of learning and other experiences, you should remember that the next 4 years marks a break from how you have pursued education so far. BRAC University will allow you to not only learn differently, think critically and analytically, question your surroundings and your life's goals, but it will do so by equipping you for the challenges ahead that include the fourth industrial revolution, the many climate threats, globalization, and the new forms of exchanges and movements that are emerging, and much more. BRAC-U hopes to inculcate in you learning that makes you leaders for tomorrow. Remember that, right? It's a special ask, and it will require some special, hopefully enjoyable effort on your part. And the next 4 years, having done that, will launch you into your productive adult years. The university years are thus unique precisely because they provide the training and the required learning so that you may transition with purpose, remember these words, empathy, and leadership into your adult life. So, how are we going to do this, right? You've all entered with specific ideas of what you want to study. Engineers, lawyers, economists, artists, perhaps, and we applaud your bold choices. All our departments here aim for a certain excellence that will train you to be leaders in the field. I firmly believe that. While many of you will stick to the departmental choices you have made, many of you may develop new interests at BRAC University. The general education program, or the core curriculum, this will be 1/3 of your degree, is going to give you just that, a broad-based liberal arts education so that you can explore a variety of disciplines, learn about the world in new and interconnected ways, and become sharper, critical thinkers ready to embrace the world. As our founder, Sir Fazle Hassan Abid, had envisioned, we want you to be clear thinkers about the complexity of the world, problem solvers, and invested in building a sustainable future. We want you to be rooted in local realities, but able to engage globally, interact, participate as equal member of a global community of peers. BRAC-U has an increasing number of international students. Perhaps some of you are here today. You will all learn with and from each other, building a diverse and plural campus life that will allow you to broaden your horizons and be truly global in your thinking and outreach. Whether you stick to the department you have chosen now, or whether your interests change, the general education experience that gives you the core curriculum with a hands-on, learner-centric pedagogy will offer you a certain depth and breadth of learning and understanding that you will carry with you, hopefully, for the rest of your lives. So let me just briefly tell you what some of the core elements of the core curriculum, the general education program. So this consists of interesting courses in the arts and humanities, social sciences, math and natural sciences, and community-based transformative learning. We will walk you through a learning progression where your learning will be incremental. You will build up your language and writing capacity. General education courses have the support of a writing resource unit, furnished with tutors who will help you reflect clearer thinking and better articulation in your writing. The residential semester. You know about that, right? You should be super excited. Why? Because that is truly the hallmark of the BRAC-U experience, and a unique offering amongst all of Bangladesh's private universities. In your third semester, you will all go away to our Savar campus for the entire term, where you will live with your friends, away from family and your known setting. The campus is open and beautiful. You've seen some images already. The staff are friendly, and the faculty are very dedicated. In addition to the academic courses, the RS experience consists of many extracurricular activities, field trips, and community-based learning, sowing the seeds of service learning that you may continue with for the remainder of your academic life at BRAC and hopefully into your adult life too. It is here that you will have an orientation to BRAC, the largest NGO in the world. You will learn about BRAC programs, meet BRAC staff and beneficiaries, and get a first feel of their impact on communities. In addition to these, RS has the Social Learning Lab, where experiential learning is key. RS also has film nights, social nights, game nights. It'll be fun, I promise you. General education also involves civic engagement or service learning. In addition to the club activities, the residential semester will expose you to civic engagement or community work. It is our hope that through a range of these activities of immersive learning, RS, you will have your classroom will be connected to the world outside the class, and you will develop an awareness of and the ability to intervene in some of the most pressing needs of your community and Bangladesh today. It's also at RS that some of these activities can lead to the Duke of Edinburgh Awards or a civic engagement certificate offered by the Open Society University Network. I don't know if you know what that is, but that brings me to my last but not least important point, which is internationalization. BRAC is working towards being Bangladesh's flagship international university. What does that mean? As we work towards consolidating this pillar, we offer several opportunities that allow for all of you to experience internationalization beginning at home, in the campus, with our international students, in your classroom, through global classrooms. Our active effort to bring in international students is part of that endeavor. So here we are also part of something called the Open Society University Network. A lot of your general education courses, and you will find also later on in your departments that you will be in global classrooms with students from other campuses. You will have the opportunity to network with them, build projects, attend conference, publish, write, and publish together. And again, I think this is a very unique opportunity for all of you at BRAC University, and we're very proud to be offering you that. So with internationalization, with civic engagement, with immersive learning, with global standard courses, we are proud, we're honored to have you, and it hopefully will be a privilege for you to be here for the next 4 years. So again, very, very warm welcome, and we look forward to staying with you and for some collective learning and growth for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Dear students, as you hear about the BRAC University's residential campus, we know that exciting images of fun and activities come to your mind. Let's now watch a video that depicts the life of a BRAC U student at RS.
We all are different. We have different dreams, different perspectives, different goals. But what if there is a place where you can begin your journey, not alone, but together? At BRAC University, that journey begins with your residential semester. You will wonder why residential semester, what it will bring to your life. Firstly, This new life prepares you to be on your own. You become a self-dependent, self-sufficient person. You have roommates, a new family, with whom you share laughter, happiness, and every little problem. You learn to take care of the people around you. In RS, every day is different. Every morning, every afternoon, every evening. Throughout the day, you enjoy the mesmerizing beauty of the campus. However, you are the ones who make the campus look unique. Each day is designed in a way that makes you appreciate life. The classes in RS are very engaging, where you participate and collaborate with each other. The academic studies concentrate on the best practice of culture, norms, empathy, and virtue. You will be taken out to explore the rich history and culture of Bangladesh with experiential learning visit. One of the most celebrated learning methods is the social learning lab. For one day, you play the role of the people who make this campus an incredible place. By doing their job, you feel the value of their roles. With empathy, you learn to respect. You have the opportunity to visit different initiatives of BRAC. You learn how to establish equality and inclusion in society, empowering everyone. This is the place where you begin the journey towards your dreams. Besides your academic courses, you can sharpen your skills in the field of your own interest through the diverse activity courses RS offers. Here, you meet hundreds of faces. Together, you become part of each other's memories, excitement, tension, celebrations, performances, accomplishments, and emotions. The bond you create with everyone will stay with you forever. Gradually, you understand that residential semester teaches more about living in harmony with the people around us through friendship, commitment, and trust. It's about the value of working together, standing next to each other in times of need, beginning to be a people's person, a global leader. In the residential semester, you learn nothing but to be yourself. It's a magical place where you can be anyone, a creative person, a true sportsman, a great performer, a community worker, a leader, a very good friend. But most importantly, it's about being a better person. It's ours.
The Business School of BRAC University envisioned to become a globally recognized center of excellence in developing business leaders and knowledge dedicated to championing human values. It's our privilege to have Dr. Sang H. Lee to be present amongst us today, who is currently a professor of finance and dean of BRAC Business School. Dr. Lee has extensive teaching experience in universities in the USA, Korea, and Kazakhstan. As a consultant, he also helped Korean financial institutions, corporations, and government agencies in their research, communications, and strategic planning requirements. Before joining BRAC University in 2020, Dr. Lee worked for 15 years as a professor of finance and dean of Bank College of Business School, KIMEP University in Almaty, Kazakhstan. Requesting Dr. Lee to come on the stage to talk about the prospects of business education and the efforts and initiatives of BRAC Business School to excel in this sector.
Dear Vice President, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Vincent Cheng, sorry. Dear Registrar, Dr. Dave Dowland, dear Deans, Chairs, faculty members, and guests, good morning. And of course, the most important, freshmen, welcome. Dear students, I'm pleased to represent BRAC Business School, one of the most dynamic schools in BRAC University. And this morning, I want to inform you two distinctive initiatives that we provide to our students. In our mission, BRAC Business School is committed to become a globally recognized center of excellence. Leaders should possess not only the necessary skills for today, but also the sufficient skills to lead future industry. To be future ready in a globalized society, our graduates need to have global experience, cultural intelligence, and the ability to manage things in an unfamiliar environment. To deliver global education, we initiated academic collaboration with universities in different countries, including the US and UK, and soon to sign an agreement with institutions in Turkey and Australia. We will exchange students and faculty with these institutions to generate synergy in teaching and research. We will share our values, innovations, and knowledge with them to upgrade our school to the global standard, the center of the excellence. Selected students will have opportunities to study in these universities with scholarship. In addition, we are preparing for the most prestigious international business accreditation, AACSB. It ensures our business school should meet the highest standard in excellence, in teaching, in research, curriculum, and student success. Only 5% of world business schools have attained this accreditation. Through this journey toward AACSB, our students will connect, share, and inspire innovations and quality with the top business school in the world and business communities. Another mission that we pursue in offering cutting-edge, relevant, practical business education to our students. The ultimate goal of our school is to produce responsible and ethical leaders who can deal with the increasingly volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous society. Business education cannot be reduced to a few PowerPoint slides and textbook. Besides formal teaching, our school encourages students to engage on hands-on learning and learning by doing through rigorous corporate internship and student club activities that are related to the real businesses. The objective is to instill friendship, leadership, and entrepreneurship that are underutilized among our students in the challenging and competitive environment. To be the most successful person in the future, you got to be the most connected person. It's not CGPA, it's not intelligence. It is building professional and respect-based relationship with mentors such as our professors and corporate leaders, and like-minded peers among yourself. They will profoundly affect your life in personal and prospective in the future. And you need to deliberately choose your peers and mentors that you want to associate with. In business school, you have lots of sufficient choices to choose your mentors and peers and extracurricular activities for your career development in the future. So seek out, meet, and cultivate relationship with people who can share similar interests with you. And I want to thank my deep appreciation to my mentors and colleagues, Dr. Vincent Cheng, Dave Dowland, Dr. Ashad Chaudhry, the Dean of the Engineering School, HR Director Rifa Sultana, and our CFO, Arif Islam. Thank you very much for your support and help for business school's development. Our business school faces a new point in education. We are forward-looking, embracing more experimentation through action learning, and focusing global standard in education and research. More importantly, we want to produce civic-minded graduates who are able to contribute to the development of Bangladesh. So you have a fresh chance to write your future with us from today. Take it as a precious opportunity and dedicate every moment of your life toward your successful future in mind. Shubho Kamona Toamda Jono. Thank you.
Now we have another speaker, Dr. Muhammad Khalilur Rahman, who is an Associate Professor of Computer Science and Engineering Department of BRAC University. He is the Principal Investigator of nation's first nano-satellite program by BRAC University, which is named as BRAC on Nesha. He is also the founder of BRAC University Robotics Lab and the founder advisor of BRAC University Robotics Club. The Chandrabot, Mongol Tori, and BRAC U Duburi are fine examples of robots designed and built under his supervision. Dear students, we will first watch a video on the robotics works of our students, and then I request Dr. Khalilur Rahman to deliver his speech. Thank you.
Thank you for playing it. Every time I watch it, লোম দাঁড়ায় যায় হ্যাঁ সত্যি সত্যি এগুলোর পেছনে আমি ছিলাম আলহামদুলিল্লাহ Honorable Vice Chancellor, dear Register Sir, our deans and chairpersons of different departments, dear parents, and my most favorite and my most beloved students. Welcome to BRAC University. Welcome to our family. Assalamu alaikum. Very good morning. Yeah, so now you know the name of Chandrabodh. Now you know. How many of you knew the name of Chandrabodh before coming today? How many of? Can I see your hand? Okay. Okay, good. Thank you very much. How many of you have seen, heard the name of Mongol Thori? Can I see? Okay, thank you very much. How many of you have heard the name of Duburi? Okay, oh, that's cool. How many of you have heard the name of BRAC Onnesha? Oh, okay, almost everyone. Thank you very much. So all of these are made by our kids. Okay, oh, you have grown up, so I shouldn't say kid. Made by our students, your seniors. See, your senior brothers, your senior sisters. Okay, I am the common guy here, but you see the people behind me. What the same or different? What do you think? Same people who had done these researches are the same people or different people? Different for each project, you know. You see, BRAC Onnesha built by Jonaid and his team on 2011, 12, 13, and BRAC Duburi project was building under supervision of some other students. Okay, so this is you. Okay, you had done it. Your seniors had done it, and we had that potential. I have visited all these, competitions. Okay, those are the hardest competition in the world. URC is the hardest competition in the world, university level competition. Okay, now this year we are targeting Robusab. There is a movie on that competition, and this is the hardest competition in the underwater hardest competition in the world. So BRAC University is strongly taking the step to attend those competitions. And not only attending the competition, on 2012, our BRAC Onnesha, not BRAC Onnesha, Chandrabodh got 12th place in the world on 2012, okay? Our Mongol Thori, it got 3rd position on last year. Okay, it was, thank you very much. It was online, but on 2018, we got 11th position in the world. And in those competitions, at least 20 teams from top 100 ranking universities are attending. And where we are keeping our, position in 10th, 11th, 12th. Duburi got 7th position in 2018 in Singapore Autonomous Underwater Vehicle Championship. Okay? And so these are the potentials. We are not just attending. We are not just going with our robots to other countries. No. Our legs are strong. We are competing. Okay? So now it's your turn. Okay? Now we are trying to use AI inside all these projects. Okay? Everywhere we are trying to put AI. Everywhere. Okay? Our machines, our robots, it will have its mind. Okay? Before this time, we are having just autonomous vehicle, but now on, our robot will have its own mind. Okay? And who is going to do it? What do you think? You are the guys, okay? Are you ready for that? I want to hear. Are you ready to do that? Oh, thank you very much. Okay? I want you to do that. Okay? And I hope you will do that. BRAC University is giving us tremendous support. Okay, every time I get to go to Vice Chancellor, sir, I go to Registrar, sir, I go to our deans, sir, our chairpersons. They are giving me all the support. These are not cheap projects. These are not cheap. Expensive projects. All these projects are expensive. Okay, and BRAC University is giving us all these supports. Like financial support, okay, academic support, and also all kinds of support. Even registrars are directly involved with our getting the visa. Okay, nowadays, you know, getting the visa in USA and some other countries is not so easy. So he's directly involving with getting these visas. Okay, so I really, really thankful to my university. I always call it my university because it made me like me, okay? It made my life very, satisfactory, okay? So you will become, and you have to do this, but these are not complete projects, okay? We have to do a lot of things more. Like we have built Chandrabot Mongoltori, but those are not space-grade robots. Okay, those are not ready to go to Mars or ready to go to, moon. Who are going to do it? Who want to, change this robot to the space-grade robot? What do you think? You, okay? So our underwater robot is good, but it's not ready to go to the market. Who is going to make this conversion? Who? You. Okay, we have satellite, but those satellite is not as Landsat or the Starlink satellite. So we have to build that kind of satellite. Am I right? Who is going to do? You. Okay, so if you are ready, please fasten your seat belt, get ready to take off. Okay, thank you very much.
Dear students, we are delighted to have the Vice Chancellor, Professor Vincent Chang, as the chief speaker of the event. Professor Chang joined BRAC University as its first American Vice Chancellor in 2019, and prior to joining BRAC University, he led numerous schools throughout the globe. He was instrumental in bringing the brand new school, Peking University's HSBC's Business School, to an internationally recognized status. His experiences in the US span over medical imaging, energy investment, marketing and consulting with startup firms as well as well-known institutions such as JP Morgan, McKinsey, ExxonMobil, and the US Federal Reserve. Professor Chang holds a PhD in economics from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, another PhD in electrical engineering and computer sciences from University of California at Berkeley, an MPA from Harvard, an MBA from Yale, and a BS in electrical engineering from National Taiwan University. Professor Chang, requesting you to deliver the speech.
Before I start, I would like to play a brief piece of music. Are you ready? Go. students, parents, guests, colleagues, good morning. This piece of music just played is called Victory. Victory by the American company called Two Steps from Hell. It's quite different from what we have used to play in most university cultural events, and I hope you enjoy it. Also, it means something a bit unique, particularly after the COVID. Finally, after 2 years, we are having our first in-person orientation. I welcome our freshmen and freshwomen to the university. Earlier this year, I attended a conference at Stockholm. We were given a campus tour of Swedish Royal Institute of Technology. When we came to the university campus, 2 statues stood at the main entrance. Each statue is a dog with 3 heads, a dog with 3 heads. If you have read Harry Potter's story or watched its movie, you may know there is a 3-headed dog guarding the Philosopher's Stone in an underground chamber. The 3-headed dog is actually originated from Greek mythology. It's called Cerberus, Cerberus, Cerberus. Cerberus guards the entrance to the underworld. Its job is to prevent the dead from leaving the underworld. I was wondering, why having a Cerberus guard a university? Later, I found out that the campus was designed more than 100 years ago. What was it like 100 years ago? The world was still in the second industrial revolution. Digital computers and silicon chip had not been invented. The task of a typical job was very well defined. The process was fixed, and efficiency improvement came mainly from more output being produced. The labor skill was highly specialized, and people did not change jobs. The architect designed to have a Cerberus guard the campus entrance. So when students came to the university, they would focus on their study and never leave the university. So the campus would be more like Hotel California in a public song. In a popular song, you've heard of it. You can check out anytime, but you can never leave. Now, let's fast forward to today. Today's economy can be categorized as 2 acronyms, 4IR and VUCA, VUCA. Altogether, it means the 4th industrial revolution with a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous economy. What's 4IR? Technical speaking, 4IR is about artificial intelligence, big data, Internet of Things, etc. Efficiency improvement will be made through enhancement of intelligent decision-making. So 4IR is about lots of cool stuff. But is that all? My answer is no. Let me share you a story. Lady, in my apartment, the water leaked through the shower door. So day 1, I called the manager. In the evening, the manager told me he checked, nothing wrong, so he did not do anything. So day 2, I suggested to the manager, perhaps you should try to do X. And manager did exactly X. The water still leaked. Things improved, but not resolved. Day 3, I told him perhaps to do Y. He did exactly Y and nothing more. Day 4, I suggested him to do Z or Z, and he did exactly Z. And then I gave up because I was running out of English alphabets. The story tells us there is no problem-solving skill, no thinking, no care of the results, no sense of urgency, no willingness to take a risk, and maybe afraid of making decisions and making mistakes. And this is not an isolated case. Just look at our ready-made garment industry. Bangladesh IMG industry contributes to 80% of Bangladesh exports, and yet the majority of the management are non-Bangladeshis. Do you wonder why? Hint, it's not technology. It's not just technology. So 4IR is not only about cool stuff like artificial intelligence. It's also about fixing a shower door and doing a proper manager's job. The fundamental issue of 4IR is not only technology, but also mindset and attitude. What is the mindset and attitude? It's so common sense that everybody talks about it, but very few deliver. Problem solving, mindset, critical thinking, care about the results, sense of urgency, taking a risk, embracing mistakes, and learning from mistakes. And perhaps the most important is just do it. Do, don't talk. This skill should be all part of the core of 4IR and the worker economy. This skill should also be all part of student experience and development in a university. But this skill cannot be learned in the mere classroom setting. This skill can be only learned most effectively outside the classroom. For that purpose, BRAC University, after 2 years of COVID delay, will be launching some very cool and very amazing program. All are outside classroom, some are outside the campus, and some are even outside the country. We will also start to plan to move to the new campus. Here is a question that may interest you. If we were to install a statue at the entrance of our new campus, what may it be? Cyprus? I heard an answer from Cyprus here. Well, Cyprus symbolizes what? Symbolizes something that is well-defined, fixed, and uniform. So I have a suggestion here from Cyprus. However, I may prefer something that is imaginative, inspirational, agile, and unique. Phoenix, good choice, good choice. Yes, I think it's a good candidate. Personally, I travel quite extensively. During my travel, I found a fictional animal carved or painted on sacred places. A horse with a single horn, a unicorn, a unicorn. So what does a unicorn mean? What does a unicorn symbolize? A unicorn is considered very rare, very pure, imaginary, magical, and beautiful. B, a unicorn is also referred to as a startup company worthy of $1 billion. So if we were to have a statue to guard our new campus, I personally, myself, I would choose a unicorn, but I will also consider Phoenix. And I think that is exactly my expectation on each and every one of you. Regardless of the subject of your study, you can all be a unicorn. Rare, unique, and valuable. As long as you are curious, purposeful, with a problem-solving mindset and actions, you will find a way in this 4IR worker economy. You will contribute to the society in your own unique way. How do I know? Because I've seen it. And it's actually happening. When I work in the Silicon Valley and the Wall Street, my colleagues were from all kinds of disciplines, all types of disciplines. For an engineering project, I actually work with an anthropologist and a historian. On Wall Street, I work with 3 traders, stock market traders. One major in mathematics, The other one major in German literature. The last one major in classic Arabic. And when I worked in my startup, my head of marketing was a graduate from West Point, the US Military Academy. My head of strategy was a high school graduate without college degree. My head of operation was a Harvard graduate. What bound us was not the degree or the subject that we studied, but our purpose to make a dent to the world. I have always liked to use the example of Elon Musk, something to the rocket. He had made lots of crazy ideas into realities. His company, SpaceX, has actually launched more rockets than NASA combined in the last few years. And yet, before he started SpaceX, he was not even a rocket scientist. He is an inspirational unicorn. I lately run into the story of a lady. I'm not sure I can pronounce his name correctly. Wasfia Nazreen. Some of you probably know her. She has overcome her childhood hardship and become an influential social activist. She has scaled all 7 summits in 7 continents. Not easy at all. She is an amazing Bangladesh unicorn. You may ask, but I'm a quiet, shy person. Can I? Of course you can. Any type, all types. I also learned about the story of Catherine Jensen. She was the head of Pfizer vaccine development in Germany. She was given a nearly impossible task at the time to create and test COVID-19 vaccine in less than 1 year. She made it. Imagine how many lives she has saved. She is a quiet and impactful unicorn. Even just yesterday, I learned a 25-year-old became the world's youngest self-made billionaire. He dropped out from MIT in his freshman year to start a data company. He is a fresh unicorn. What do they have in common? Curious mind, having a purpose, problem solving, result-oriented, and just do it. They are all unicorn in their own ways. Because of them, the world has become a more interesting place. And in my opinion, a better place too. You all belong to the generation called Gen Z or Gen Z. Gen Z cares about the purpose of the work more than my generation. I belong to baby boomer. Gen Z, the tail end of baby boomer. Gen Z wants to engage in career with purpose. This is great. This is good news because you were born right in time for 4IR, for VUCA economy. Your generation will have more opportunity to become a unicorn of your life than my generation. And therefore, the university for life, this university too, can no longer have one-size-fits-all curricula. The university for the future can no longer have the one-size-fits-all graduates. It's actually easier to educate all of you to become a uniform type of a student. It's much more challenging to educate each one of you to be uniquely you. At BRAC University, as long as I'm the Vice Chancellor, we will take on not an easy task, but a challenging one. So here is my promise. I will never use a zebras to guard the campus. We will consider each one of you a unique individual. We will do our best to make the university a learning hub of life and for life. And here is my expectation. I expect you to be the best version of yourself, not somebody else. I expect you to all to become a unicorn in your own way. During the past Eid break, in the last month, I traveled to a town by the sea inside the Arctic Circle. At the first night, I strolled along the seashore. I watched the midnight sun setting toward the sea. But then the sun lingered on the horizon. The sun never sank into the sea. I was wow. Then I thought of what my mother had told me when I was little. She said, if you study hard, you may be able to travel far. She was right, literally and figuratively. I wish your journey takes you as far as you can, figuratively, and if possibly, literally too, for the sky should not be the limit. I want you to be a unicorn of your life, and if your luck permits, to be a unicorn of the society too. Welcome to BRAC University. We are here to help each one of you with your own unicorn journey.
Thank you very much. I request Professor Chang to stay on the stage for a while to deliver the special recognition awards to some of the students. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to acknowledge the successes of our students who made us proud through their achievements in the recent past. The first in line is Bakau Hassan Omotayo, a student from Nigeria studying in 5th semester at the Department of English and Humanities at BRAC University. He won the first prize in Contemporary Islamic Art in Graphic Design category at the Dhaka OIC Youth Capital 2020-2021. A total of 335 participants aged 18 to 35 took part in the competition from 57 countries of OIC. The competition was split into 3 zones, Bangladesh, Asia, and rest of the world. Hassan won from the rest of the world zone. The award-giving ceremony was held in February this year. Thank you so much, Bakau, for making us proud. Next, I am delighted to share that the School of Law, BRAC University Moot Court team clinched the runner-up position in the 6th Bangladesh National Rounds of 63rd Philip C. Chesup International Law Moot Court Competition 2022. The competition was held virtually between 17 and 19 February. Alongside the runner-up title, BRAC U team also clinched the Best Memorials Award, and Ms. Tarazi Mohammed Sheikh achieved the Best Muta of the tournament award in the global round. Tarazi and her team reached to the White and Case advanced rounds of the competition among top 90 teams. On behalf of the team, Tarazi Sheikh is receiving the recognition certificate. Thank you, Tarazi. Next, we have Farhin Ahmed, an undergraduate student of the English and Humanities Department who achieved the 2022 Student-Led Initiative Grant from the Open Society University Network Center for Human Rights and the Arts for his initiative. Farhin is the co-founder of a healthcare initiative, Project Insight, and alumnus of UN Millennium Fellowship, class of 2021. Thank you, Farhin, to make us proud. Last but not the least, we have Judith Ewaunzia, a student of Masters of Science in Applied Economics from ESS Department, who wrote an award-winning research paper on access barriers to financial inclusion, a study of Ugandan case. The paper was competitively selected, and she was invited to Central European University in Vienna, Austria, to represent BRAC University and present the paper in a conference on poverty and inequality. She has won a fully funded grant to participate in this event from OSUN Network. Thank you, Bakau, Tarazi, Farhin, and Judith for making us proud. I request everyone to come on the stage for a group photo. Thank you. Yes, that will be great.